Right now on Eyewitness News at 11. Breaking now, searching for evidence. Investigators converge on the home of a mother missing from Middletown.
Uh-oh. This doesn't sound right.
Thieves going door to door. The scam they're using to try to get inside your home and rip you off. On again, then off again. The new hurdle that could lead to more delays for the ballpark in Hartford.
Kaboom! The whole place shook.
A train crash leaving one person dead and more than 100 hurt. The latest from Hoboken, New Jersey, as thousands of commuters scramble for an alternate route to work tomorrow.
Now on Eyewitness News.
First tonight, breaking news in the mystery at sea. Police arrived at the home of Linda Carmen in Middletown tonight with a search warrant and took out bagfuls of items from inside that home. Carmen disappeared while on a fishing trip with her son Nathan and is presumed dead. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dennis House. We begin with more twists and turns in what's really become a saga that is captivating the country. Channel 3's Roger Susanna is live in Middletown. Mr. Roger.
Well, Dennis, you know, investigators unfortunately do not believe that Linda Carmen will ever return home here to Middletown. But earlier tonight, investigators swarmed her house with a search warrant for about a half an hour. Take a look at some video that we captured earlier tonight, and I can tell you exactly what happened. Investigators from the Middletown and South Kingstown, Rhode Island police departments searched the home for about a half an hour, and they removed several large paper bags, envelopes, boxes, and pieces of cardboard that appeared to be protecting documents. Linda Carmen's tenant tells me the officers arrived with a warrant to search the home, which he signed. The investigators wound up removing several hand trucks worth of materials from this home, and as they left, investigators from the two different states said they would meet up again on Monday. Now, earlier tonight, we spoke exclusively with Linda Carmen's attorney. He says that she always stuck by her son, Nathan. Attorney Gerald Klein says his client, Linda Carmen, always put her son Nathan, who has Asperger's, first in her life.
She was, and I won't use the term obsessed, but very, very concerned with the health of her son.
Now, Linda is lost at sea after the fishing boat she was on with Nathan sank off the coast of New York.
She was a very pleasant lady. I mean, I was upset to hear that about both of them.
Nathan was rescued after 8 days in the open ocean, but Linda was never found and is presumed dead. Investigators believe Nathan could be guilty of reckless endangerment. They searched his home in Vermont, and it's not the first time the 22-year-old was at the center of a death investigation. Back in 2013, Nathan's wealthy grandfather, developer John Chikalos, was murdered in Windsor, and police named Nathan as a suspect.
She was adamant that, you know, he couldn't have done it because he was with her and they were fishing at Port Judith.
Klein says Linda always stood by her son and denied he was a killer. A murder arrest warrant was drafted by police, but a judge never signed it, and no one was ever charged. Klein says the last time he spoke to Linda 6 or 8 months ago, they discussed the son she always put first.
I mentioned something to her about, gee, you know, Nathan never got arrested, and she said, yes, that's right, and you know, I said, well, good luck, and that was it.
Now, just within the last 5 minutes or so, Clark Carmen, Linda's ex-husband, walked through that front door. We asked him if he knew anything about the search warrant. He said he did not, and that he did not have any further comment. And by the way, Linda's attorney there, Mr. Klein, says he does not know whether or not Linda has a will, but we do know that her grandfather's fortune exceeded $40 million. Reporting live in Middletown tonight, I'm Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Roger. And keep it right here for continuing coverage of the mystery at sea. You can download the Channel 3 app for alerts. As new developments come into our newsroom, you'll get them right away.
All right, it's a breezy, cool night out there, and so far things are dry and quiet. Now, the all-new early warning pinpoint Doppler is scanning the stay dry. There might be a little rain brushing extreme southwestern portions of Fairfield County, but the rest of the state will see rain as the night wears on. You can see we have rain to the west of Connecticut, across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and another patch of rain south of Long Island that is moving northward. So that's going to be moving in during the pre-dawn hours. So many parts of the state are going to be wet when you walk out the door in the morning. And right now it's pretty cool. 49 in Norfolk. Wolcott is 51. Middletown is 54. And New London is 55 degrees. We've got a pretty good breeze out there, anywhere from 5 to 15 miles an hour, although the wind is out of the northeast at 16 miles an hour in Bridgeport and New Haven. It's going to be breezy through tonight and tomorrow as well. So we'll have some rain developing after midnight. Low is 50 to 58, some upper 40s in the normally colder spots. So we're going to time out the rain, let you know how long that's going to last, how it will affect your weekend. Plus, we have a strengthening Hurricane Matthew in the Caribbean Sea. Winds are now up to 80 miles an hour. I have a brand new track, and I'll share that with you coming up in just a few minutes. Dennis.
Bruce, thank you. We have developing news now from the Big E in West Springfield, Massachusetts. Tonight, several people had to be rescued from a stalled ride. It happened around 7:30 tonight after the Wipeout stopped working. Stranding riders, you're looking at video sent in by an eyewitness on the scene, took firefighters nearly 2 hours to get everyone down safely. It's unclear what went wrong. The Big E is saying the ride will be closed for the final 3 days of the fair. Also new tonight, a neighborhood on high alert in West Hartford tonight, where police say thieves posing as water company workers and landscapers talked their way inside 2 homes this afternoon. Channel 3's Sherry Hardman is live at West Hartford Police Headquarters now with how some very sharp senior citizens sent those imposters away empty-handed. Sherry.
Yeah, Dennis, within a few minutes, it's clear that Frank is not your average 89-year-old. It's something those would-be crooks also found out today.
The man came knocking at Frank Cesario's door on Maxwell Street in West Hartford around noon today.
He says, I'm from a landscaping business. I says, oh, is that right? And he says, listen, I'm going around the neighborhood checking the trees that need trimming and so forth. I says, oh, is that right? He says, I says, look, let's get it straight. Is this for free?
The landscaper said it was, so Frank and the man went out back to check out the trees. Frank says after a few minutes, the man received a phone call.
He made the phone call to moron number 2, okay? And moron number 1 said, I'll be right, I'm coming. I didn't know who he was talking to.
Right. Frank soon found out when he went back inside.
And my wife, real sharp, she says, where's the guy that was here? And I said, what guy are you talking about? I said, the guy that was coming to the house. I says, he was outside with me.
Turns out while Frank was outside talking foliage, his wife was inside talking water with another man.
He walked right in and he said, oh, I'm from the water company and we're checking the water, so would you please turn the water on until it turns green? My wife right away said, something's wrong with this guy. This guy was stalling me outside for his buddy to get into the house and do whatever he was going to try to do over my dead body.
After his wife told the man their grandson was also home, the pair took off, and Frank called police.
My wife was pretty well upset over this, so was I. Right. And as far as I'm concerned, this guy was committing a felony.
And tonight, those guys are still on the loose. Now, if you have any information on the fake landscaper and water guy, call the West Hartford Police. Live in West Hartford, Sherry Hardman, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Sherry, thank you. Also new tonight, a man from Clinton is under arrest at this late hour, accused of driving drunk with his 2 children in the car. Police say 46-year-old Daniel O'Brien was highly intoxicated when he crashed into another car on Central Avenue just after 5 o'clock tonight. Investigators found an open bottle of alcohol by the driver's seat and a cup filled with what they believe to be alcohol in the console. O'Brien's 2-year-old and 7-year-old were not hurt. They were handed over to their mother. Also new developments tonight in the baseball stadium saga in downtown Hartford. Centerplan, the fired developer of the ballpark, wants to put the brakes on future construction at the stadium. Centerplan filed the motion to preserve the work site in its current condition as evidence in its lawsuit against the city of Hartford and the owner of the Yard Goats. Centerplan says the request is just an order to take pictures and is not meant to stop construction. Mayor Luke Broner released a statement saying it has no legal basis and is a non-issue. Just yesterday, Arch Insurance announced Whiting Turner Construction of Baltimore would take over to complete the stadium and said construction could start up within a week. To West Hartford, back to West Hartford now, where another scam to tell you about. Hundreds of iPhones worth more than $170,000 have been shipped to town as part of an elaborate scam. Investigators say thieves set up fake cell phone accounts using addresses and personal information from people in town. The phones were shipped to homes and either stolen after they were delivered or, in at least one case, taken instead of being delivered. Detectives tracked one of the shipments and arrested 3 people, including the delivery driver. If you suspect your name and home were used in this scam, you should call West Hartford Police right away.
Kids are still coming home this week with bites all over their back.
A mysterious rash plaguing an elementary school and putting parents and students on edge. Why doctors can't seem to figure out where it's coming from. Later, taking a bite out of cancer, the new research linking apples to a dramatically lower risk. And as we head to the break, a live look outside our iCam over New London tonight. Wet weather is moving in tomorrow. Bruce is timing it all out for us and has the weekend preview when we come back.